good afternoon, good evening, what is this? This is Tanks and Tutties, presented by Tubbs and Franke. It is episode 67. Week 6 of the NFL, week 7 of college football is behind us, and we're looking forward. Franke, how was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. Friday night, went out with some of Paige's classmates again. I feel like this is becoming a usual routine where we go out Friday for a little bit. Wasn't too much. We just went to a local brewery, had some beers, came home, nice and chill. They had some college football games on, so I was watching that while we were drinking. Saturday, woke up, watched some college football, did some betting, cleaned up a little bit around our apartment, and then we went out again Saturday night. Saturday was fun. We went to the place that Paige used to work and met some of her classmates there for one of the guys' birthdays. Had some drinks, had some food. Ended up moving to a different place and got some more drinks there. Came home, absolutely crashed. I feel very old because it was like 11:30 and we were just exhausted, ready to go to bed. Sunday, woke up, did the usual Sunday routine, donuts, groceries, plopped my ass on the couch, watched some football. It was a okay weekend for betting. I wouldn't say it was a fantastic one. It wasn't bad. Monday was a lot better than the rest. Had some bad beats on Sunday. Had some bad beats on Saturday. Actually did have some bad beats on Friday as well. So quite a few bad beats. But I am excited for the upcoming week and a half. NBA starts soon. And I'm potentially going to the Grizzlies opening night game. I got to go to the Grizzlies last week against the Bucks preseason game. Bucks ended up losing, but that's all right. It was preseason. Didn't play Dame, didn't play Chris, didn't play Giannis. But yeah, I'm excited for NBA just for the betting prospects of it. So, how was your weekend?
My weekend/week was awesome. Like I said last week, I was in South Carolina. I'm going to make this quick because I am going to go through the whole week. But Wednesday morning, we flew out. Luckily, didn't see any unreal people on my plane. And we got there. We did some golf. Well, actually, we explored Savannah first because that's where we landed in Georgia there. Very cool town. Some sweet architecture. And then we golfed. I played a really damn good round down there the first time. Shot a 44. Made some putts. Just the driver was out of this world. I don't think I took any. No, I had one drop, and it was just a ridiculous round. We only played 9. And then, gosh, I'm gonna forget because it was so much. It was just go all the time. I think we went and got dinner, and then Thursday. Yeah, I'm gonna forget again. I don't remember what we did during the day. Sid is gonna absolutely roast me. Golly, Thursday. Come on, Jake. Think. I don't know. Maybe I should just summarize. Went on a lot of bike rides. We got pretty lucky with the weather. It was supposed to rain every day. It didn't end up raining every day, so that was good. A lot of cloudy days, though. No real sun. Thursday, we went to this real cool dive bar. I was able to watch some of the Phillies game on Thursday night. And then there was this really cool Phillies fan. And this dive bar was crazy. There was 2 dogs in there, which was something I've never seen before. There was a Phillies fan, even though we were in South Carolina, and he was next level pumped up. Friday, we went golfing again. Played another 9, went for another bike ride, went to the beach. That was cool. And then we had hibachi Friday night. I love hibachi. That was my second time ever going, but it's so much fun. And then Saturday was kind of more of a mellow day. We went to this place called Harbor Town. Real cool. Like, it almost seemed like a village type of deal. Had a sweet lighthouse, sweet dock area, pier, I guess you would call it. And then obviously came back, hung out a little bit, packed up, and then flew home Saturday night. No issues with travel. And then Sunday I had a real productive day, just catching up around the house, laundry, grocery shopping, cooking, watched the Lions dominate. We'll get to that later. And yeah, so real cool trip. I just wish we could have golfed more, you know. I wish I could have played 72 holes of golf, but glad I got 18 in. Oh, okay. Locks and Longshots. Not a great week last week. 45, 38, and 1 on the locks. Still waiting on Wisconsin over 8.5 wins. Yikes, we'll get into that. Last week, I had the 49ers at the Browns -5.5. I think I even noted that this is definitely a trap game. Yeah, they lost outright to the Browns.
With a backup.
But this week, with a backup. Yeah, the Browns were starting P.J. Walker, and they lose.
Good quarterback.
Good quarterback, great XFL quarterback, but the 49ers should not be losing that game. So this week, I've got 3 locks. I've been doing 1 a week for a little bit here, so I want to kind of change it up a bit. We got the Chiefs -5.5 against the Chargers. I was unimpressed with the Chargers on Monday night, and the Chiefs have looked good, and I think Mahomes is just going to cook here. They're at home, and give me the 5.5. I think this jumps to like 6.5, so I wanted to say it now, and I also bet it now because I love the 5.5. Penn State +4 against Ohio State. Ohio State are frauds. They've played nobody except for who'd they play? Notre Dame.
Who's
Notre
also
Dame,
kind of a fraud.
They lost to Louisville. Exactly. So we're going to take them +4. It's on the road, obviously, but I think Penn State's a good team. They're going to show it here. I also thought about this at work today. I don't want this to happen, clearly, because it involves a Michigan loss. But what if Penn State beats Ohio State, Michigan beats Penn State, and Ohio State beats Michigan? What happens there? Who goes to the Big Ten championship? Because you have a 3-way tie. There's no tiebreaker. What's the next step?
I don't know. We could probably look it up.
We don't need to because it's not going to be a thing because Michigan's going undefeated, but I was just like, damn, that'd be crazy. So my last lock, Michigan versus MSU this week. It's a big week. I'll be tailgating all day at East Lansing. Probably going to go to a bar to watch because it's a late game and it's going to be freezing. But I'm taking the over 48 in this game. Michigan, they put up 52 last week against a team that's better than Michigan State, in my opinion. I know it's a rivalry game and scores might be low, but I think this is going to be the first game McCarthy plays all 4 quarters, and I think Michigan puts up 52. Even if they don't, I think State can get 7 at some point. Long shots now, 28, 47, and 1. Gibbs, Rookie of the Year, open still, but if he doesn't have a good week this week, I am going to count that as a loss. Last week I took the Dodgers to make the NLCS. They got swept, so that was a loss. This week, Penn State moneyline +154. I am just riding Penn State as far as I can take them. Ohio State sucks. Also, Penn State covered every single game this season. James Franklin cares about covering, so that's just another node to the +4. But give me Penn State moneyline there. That's easy pickings there.
All right. Locks and long shots for me. I also had a bad week on both. I thought that this was going to be a good week and just some bad beats. 29, 50, and 1 on my locks. I will read off my records this week just to show how bad it is. Still waiting on Wisconsin over 8.5 as well. I had the Chiefs, Niners, Eagles moneyline parlay that last week. Chiefs won. Niners, Eagles could not do it. That was a loss. I had Oregon, Washington over 67.5. That was an easy dub. Actually, it wasn't that easy. I think it finished at 69 total points.
Yeah.
Kind of a sweat, but it was a so much fun game. And then I had Wisconsin -9.5. Brutal game. Lost that one outright, just ugly. This week, though, the NFL spreadsheet has been phenomenal on totals this year. And I have 2 that I absolutely love, I absolutely agree with. We're going Jags Saints on Thursday night under 39.5. Super low number. Gross game. Primetime games have been absolute dog shit this year. And you're giving me the Jags with Trevor Lawrence, who's banged up, has a knee injury, might not play because it's a short week, versus the Saints, who have a decent defense. Actually, both these teams have a decent defense. And Derek Carr is just not that good. plus the primetime effect. So they're just not going to score in general. And then we're going Eagles-Dolphins over 51.5. This just feels like a shootout game. Spreadsheet loves it. I love it. And then I actually want to add one more, just because I found this on the spreadsheet as well. I am going Washington State, Oregon, over 62. This is basically just taking Oregon's over because Oregon doesn't get stopped by anyone, and I love them playing shootout games. Let me make sure I get that. Over 62. Perfect. Long shots. Warning, this record is disgusting. Probably won't hear me say this very often. 13-58 all time. 1973-4.
Oh my God! I just puked. I just threw up all over my computer. We might have to end this recording.
It's bad. Still open. Packers to win the North. Still a shot. It's still open. The North is anyone's division right now.
The North is the Lions to lose.
You could say that. It was the Packers to lose last year, though. So, I did win the Braves to lose in the NLDS. Braves were frauds. Actually, the week off just fucked them. But that's fine. We take a dub. And I'm waiting on Bijan, Rookie of the Year, plus 300. If Jake marks his as a loss, I might mark mine as a win. But we'll give it some time. Last week I had Rashee Rice anytime touchdown. That was Thursday night. That game was gross also.
He had a good game. He just didn't score.
Yes. So lost there. Phillies to win the NLDS 3-2. That loss, they won 3-1, right?
Yep.
Yeah. One game off. Almost had it. And then we had USC Moneyline. They lost. That game really pissed me off. Right when they had a chance, they just blew it. Bad week. Bouncing back this week.
I've got Papa Tubbs calling. Should we put him on live?
Sure.
All right, let's do it real quick. Papa Tubbs, you are live on the air of Tanks and Tutties. I know you're calling about something else. I'll call you back after. But I just want your thoughts on the Lions for all of our listeners. Go ahead.
This is the best team I've seen in 51 years. It's incredible.
Okay.
I'm not yet to say we're going to the Super Bowl, but we're going to win the NFC. The NFC North at least.
Is that a guarantee?
100%.
Okay.
100%. You write that down. Do your DraftKings bullshit. Whatever you want to do, it's done.
Well, the division's still open, though.
And I am even going to go out on a limb.
Oh, no. Don't do it. Don't do it.
We're going to win a playoff game.
Oh, okay. That's mild. He said, yep. I'm scared this isn't registering on my mic, so I'm just going to say it. Papa Tubbs has guaranteed the Lions to win the North, and he's going to go out on a limb, so not a guarantee, but he's going to say we're going to win a playoff game.
The North is still open, though.
All right, Austin says the North is still open. What are your thoughts on that?
He's good for a laugh, isn't he?
He is so funny, isn't he?
He is good for a laugh.
Yep.
All right, you go ahead and do what you got to do. Call me later.
Yep, I'll call you back. All right, bye. Wow, that laugh. That was a belly laugh.
That was a good one.
I hope that registers on my recording. It didn't look like it was, but
we'll see. Anyways, back to my long shots. Kind of like Papa Tubbs' long shots. I am adding the Dolphins money line this week against the Eagles. I think the Eagles might be partially fraudulent. Dolphins just continue to look good. And then I'm going Wisconsin, Illinois under 42.5. This is a classic Big Ten punt fest, plus Wisconsin is playing with a backup. And then, I forgot about this game almost. Tennessee money line this week.
Rocky
at
Top,
Bama.
Oh, Rocky Top.
Plus
Rocky
285.
Top, Tennessee.
Bama's frauds. Tennessee is also frauds. But it's a rivalry game. Joe Milton has... I'll say it. Joe Milton sucks. He is bad.
Yep.
But, big-time game. Big-time players step up. So...
I I have a
Give
couple
me
points.
Tennessee in Bama.
Can I play connections real quick?
Go for it.
All right. So, Tennessee beat A&M by 7. A&M lost to Bama, but should have won the week prior. They lost by 6. Bama only won by 6. Tennessee won by 7. Tennessee was at home, so you got to take out the home effect. So, Bama probably beats Tennessee
4.
by 10.
Oh, jeez. Well, it's 9-point spread, so that's pretty accurate.
I'm pretty spot on then.
That's pretty good.
I'm not touching this game. 'Cause I'm hoping.
Spreadsheet's been horrible on spreads. Spreadsheet has actually last week the college spreadsheet went 20-23, so it could have been worse. It's got Bama by 0.15 points.
Yeah,
0.15.
I'm not touching this game. I was looking at it. I decided I'm not touching because we'll probably have it on at our tailgate, and I'm just going to hope for a shootout, fun game.
Oh yeah, it's an afternoon game, so.
I will say, I was thinking about this today. Last year with Tennessee being so good and some of the sweet hype vids they put out and shit like that, I think they probably had a pretty damn good recruiting class. I haven't looked this up to confirm.
Dude,
but
they
once
have
Joe Milton's out of there.
They have a
think
quarterback
Tennessee could be
that
pretty good.
is really good.
I think in
watched
1 to
him
2
play.
years.
Yeah, I gotta remember what his name is, but I watched him play a little bit. He came in at the end of a game, and he's Hawaiian. He's got super long hair, but he looks really fucking good from just a little bit that I did see. Nico,
I'm gonna find him.
I'm a leva from Long Beach, California. He's 6'6", 206 pounds. So he's pretty tall guy.
Nico,
but
I am a leva.
Yeah.
I am a leva.
Yeah.
So his season stats: 2 completions on 5 attempts for 11 yards. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah. He only played against Virginia for 3 plays and UTSA for like 2 plays or whatever. Or that's where he got his passing attempts. But he
Are
just
you looking at that, or did you know that? Was that guess?
No, I knew that. I am looking at it, but I knew he played
Yeah,
against Virginia because I watched that game a little bit.
trying to find out
I don't
what
know.
star
He just
he was.
like he looks like he had really good like pocket presence and like I don't know. Milton kind of has that, and I know Nico has talked about big for like his. I think it was his arm strength or his accuracy or both. I don't remember. Which is, I mean, Milton has the arm strength, but Nico has the accuracy. So
he was a 5-star recruit.
Yeah,
And he was the number 1 overall recruit in last year's class.
yeah.
So
That's
he's gonna be a
I'm
fucking
excited.
stud.
Yeah,
All they need is a Jalen Hyatt to complement that, and they're gonna be fucking back.
which they have in Squirrel White.
His name is actually Squirrel.
Yeah,
No fucking way.
yeah.
Is he
He's
small?
injured right now. He is. Let me find it. Squirrel White. He's 5'10", 165.
What a fucking name, Squirrel.
He's not white though.
And he's small. Yeah, that would even better if he was white. What was I gonna say? Oh, I kind of like had a little bit of a riff with Tennessee because of how much you dick rode them just because you moved down there. But I love Tennessee. Rocky Top doesn't get any better than that. Their colors, the checkerboard. Do they still even do the checkerboard or no?
Yeah, I believe so.
And then I have a Tennessee hat that I bought when I was in Tennessee like 10 years ago. Still fits. One of my favorite hats. So I hope Tennessee is good next year, and I get to wear that hat a little bit just for giggles. So
I'm excited. I
right,
think they'll be good.
should we get going on our MLB recap-ish?
Yes.
All right. So here's what I'm thinking here, Frankie. I am going to read the results, and you can hop in at any point that you want to, but let's be a little bit quick
Okay.
because you already got your Brewers out. So we're going to skip the
I
Brewers
won't
and
really talk anything about the wild card because I don't give a shit about anything in the wild
the
card.
wild card. Yeah. And it was kind of... So the Rangers swept the Rays. The Rays looked fraudulent. Their fans were in the stands. That team needs to move. They don't deserve a new stadium. Twins swept the Blue Jays. This was probably the biggest surprise, I'd say. Maybe second biggest.
Blue Jays, about the one thing I will say, Blue Jays pulled Jose Barrios in the fourth inning after he was completely dealing in game 2. Something about managers pulling pitchers early in the playoffs, I will never fully understand it. The decision was made the night before. It wasn't made based off of how he was pitching, and analytics is going to start ruining baseball. So that's all I got to say about that.
You love analytics, though. What about the WRC+?
I do. Oh, yeah, I love the analytics when it comes into, like, scouting players. I don't love analytics when it affects the game. Like, if you have a pitcher who's dealing, and the night before you're like, oh, third time around in the order, let's pull him no matter how he's pitching because it's a bad matchup. No, if he's dealing, you let him deal.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's
so then we had Diamondbacks swept the Brewers. We talked about that last week.
Gross.
I won't say anything. And then the Phillies swept the Marlins. No surprise there. Fucking Red October. Fighting Phils. They are so much fun. Fucking nukes. Goddamn Nick Castellanos batting damn near 700 since the Hamas attacks. We won't talk about that, though. And then we get into the divisional. The Dodgers looked horrible. Their pitching wasn't all there. They got swept by the D-backs. D-backs look fun.
Yeah. I think two things happened here. One, I think the bye fucked the Dodgers, but I also think the Dodgers were never truly that great of a team this year. Something about, like, I didn't watch a ton of baseball overall this year just because it was so busy over the summer and everything. The Dodgers just didn't have it. Like, they were very injured, and granted, they still won 100 and however many games. I think it was 102. But something just wasn't the same. Like, I feel like every year you hear about the Dodgers and the runs that they're going on and how they're killing teams. I didn't get that this year. And, you know, come the trade deadline, it feels like they always kind of made these big moves, but it was always like, why did they do that? They didn't really need it. This year was like they made the moves, and it was like, yeah, they needed that bad. And those moves just didn't pay off. I mean, Lance Lynn never really turned back around. Andres Gimenez, I don't really know if he did anything. Was it Andres Gimenez? I think it was Andres Gimenez. The shortstop that they got.
Couldn't tell you.
I don't think he really did anything. If anything, they got more production out of their old veterans than they did anything, and that just wasn't going to lead them to a World Series this year. So
It was not Jimenez, by the way. He's still with the Guardians.
who am I thinking of?
I have literally no idea. Kike Hernandez.
Well, they got him too, but that's not who I was talking about.
So Diamondbacks swept the Dodgers, put Javi out of his misery. And then we had the Phillies beat the Braves 3-1. This one should have been a sweep. The Phillies ended up blowing that one. Was that game 1 or game 2 that they gave that big comeback to the Braves?
I don't
was
remember.
Game 2, because I think the Phillies took a 1-0 lead.
It was Ahmed
honestly,
Rosario that I was thinking of, by the way.
There you go. Honestly, in my opinion, not much to say here. The Braves kind of got they got fucked by the bye. I mean, it was just you kind of sit out for a week and then you get cold, and the Phillies are red fucking hot.
Well, and also, like, the big thing for the Braves was their hitting all year long. They could just beat anyone with their bats. And, I mean, they come into the playoffs and they scored, 5, 7, 8 runs across 4 games. Before they got into the playoffs, they'd scored 9 in their last game. So, like, you tell me what's going on there. Granted, their pitching also wasn't great, but their pitching wasn't bad. They gave up 10 runs in Game 3 to the Phillies. Otherwise, they didn't give up more than 5 runs any of the games. So,
yeah, I would argue the best offensive team in baseball was just cold, and it's because they sat out a week.
Yep. There's got to be something to get rid of that.
Yeah, a week is too long. You gotta maybe just eliminate buys in general. Like, just and their seeding is fucked too.
Just make it 8 teams, and then you get 4 series
8
on each side.
Yep. Forget the wild card. Fuck it. Astros beat the Twins. I didn't even really watch this series because I figured the Astros would dominate, and that's pretty much what happened. The Twins got 1, but you go ahead if you have anything to say.
I don't. I'm sick of the Astros winning.
Me too.
Astros did make it 7 I think it's 7 straight ALCS appearances, which is quite, like, that's kind of insane. 7 straight years in the ALCS. I mean, 7 straight years you've been one of the top 2 teams in the ALCS or in the AL. That's insanity. Twins are good, but I mean the Twins just didn't stand. No AL Central team was going to stand a chance. No NL Central team would have stood a chance in the NL. So it's just something about the Central divisions. We don't stand a chance when it comes to games with the Coast divisions or the Coast. Yeah, I don't know. Astros are good. Twins were not good enough. That's really all I have to say.
I think we got robbed of Blue Jays Astros with the Twins, but who knows?
I think that would have been fun.
The Orioles, man, they were sad. They had a bye as well, and the Rangers swept them. The Rangers look fucking good, dude. They look very good.
Yeah, when we made this prediction, when we made our predictions, I said how I thought that the Orioles were good. It just wasn't their year. They need some more experience. And I think that was a lot of it. I mean, they didn't really have any veteran pitchers there to hold it down as a lot of their young guys. And I think this is a good stepping stone for them, especially being the 1 seed and just kind of getting to take it all in. So it'll be exciting to see them over the next few years here in the playoffs. They're going to be really good for a really long time. So, but the Rangers, I mean, they paid a lot for that team, and it's paying off, unlike the Mets and the Yankees, and I guess you could say the Dodgers too. But, yeah, the Rangers are fun. They are the best hitting team in the AL, potentially the best hitting team in the entire league, and their pitching is full of veterans that are stepping up. So, cool to see, cool run. They have great jerseys, cool stadium. I really like the Rangers.
Max Scherzer on the bump Wednesday night. Keep an eye. Or is it Wednesday or is it Thursday? It's Wednesday.
Wednesday night.
So CS now, the Phillies, obviously I've got my future. I didn't make it my long shot because we saw what happened when I made the Dodgers the long shot. They fell apart. So I've got the future. They look good. Very excited to talk about this one. Last night, Monday night, it's Bryce Harper's birthday. So I was like, oh, DK boost, Bryce Harper's birthday. He's going to hit a home run. Yeah, no biggie. First at-bat of the game, hits a home run, right? Well, I decided to parlay that with Castellanos because, like I said, he's batting like 700 since the Hamas attacks because that's what he does, man.
Well, he also had back-to-back games with 2 home runs, and he was the first player. I don't know if it was in history or if it was in franchise history to have back-to-back games with multiple home runs.
Mm-hmm. He was just on fire. I ended up parlaying Castellanos with Harper, and Castellanos homered in his first at-bat of the game. So you bet it. Shout out to you for tailing. It was plus 2,800, and it cashed before the bottom of the second inning. Or no, cashed in the bottom of the second inning. Just unreal. So fucking awesome.
And we got to run it back again.
Yeah, we're running it back again tonight. I will be mind blown if it hits, but how can you not after you just hit plus 2,800? Like, I could see it happening too. So
yeah, I did want to point out one thing about this game, just to watch. If you can find anywhere, I saw this on Twitter. If you can find anywhere that lets you bet on the speed of the first pitch for the bottom of the first inning when the Phillies are up, bet the under. Because there's no chance that they feed Schwarber another fastball first pitch.
I don't know any betting sites that would offer pitch.
I've seen it before. No, I've seen it before on FanDuel and on DraftKings actually, but I was not able to find it so far today. I'm still keeping an eye out on it because if I can find it, I'm taking it.
Pitch speed. Well, what if they already know what you know and they're going to bump it down and we should take the over?
Well, yeah, I mean, it depends on what it's set at, but lean
God
under.
Now you got me looking. That's so fun.
Right? It's a fun, just sweat it out, first pitch, and it's done. Either win or you lose on one pitch.
I don't even know where to find that at.
It would be under pitching props or innings usually, but...
All right, I got to stop looking, but that is fun. Let's see. the Rangers, we already talked about it. They look good. They're going up against the Astros right now. They're up 2-0. Almost let the Astros come back last night. They won, 5-4?
Yeah, I was very sweaty. I had a lot of different bets on this. They were all over the place. I needed no team to score more than 6.5 runs. I needed that Rangers to win. It was all over the place. Very sweaty. Astros ended up hitting 2 balls to the warning track in the bottom of the 9th. Plus Altuve came up, who is just known for his late game heroics. Awesome game. Jordan is an absolute monster. I am going to hammer him to hit a home run tomorrow night on Wednesday. Dude is quite possibly the second hottest hitter behind Nick Castellanos right now.
You know something? I just read this on Twitter. The D-backs love to hit off speed. Nola throws a lot of off speed. Keep an eye on the Diamondbacks tonight.
Yeah, I kind of thought about that. But also then, I don't know if you've seen the Merrill Kelly comments that came out today.
I did not. What did he say?
He said that he's not afraid of the bank because he played in the World Baseball Classic, and there's no way that it'll be louder than it was in Miami for the Venezuela game.
Oh, man. The bank is going to be rocking. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, my. I also placed a Schwarber, Harper, Castellanos parlay as well tonight.
If you want a fun bet, you can get on FanDuel. So, well, this is another fun bet though. So you can get Schwarber 1 home run at like plus 310 on DraftKings. I don't know what it is on FanDuel. You can get his first person to hit a home run at like plus 480 on FanDuel. So if he leads off the game with a home run again.
With a home run, yeah.
Quick bang.
Interesting.
It's just side notes, you know.
Let's get into some college football. Hopefully next week we're talking about how the Phillies are going on to the World Series, baby. Quickly, Michigan
Phillies Rangers
cruise control.
would be dope.
Go ahead. Yeah, you got to hope for that. Fuck the Astros. Nobody wants to watch the Astros again. Sick of them.
Yep.
I would love the Phillies getting revenge, though, on the Astros. Wouldn't hate that. And I had the bet for it. I've never hit a future like that either. The futures I hit are always like late, where it's like playoffs started and I bet on a winner. So, technically this one, playoffs did start, but they were like the 5th favorite. So, shout out to Jake. All right, college football. Michigan cruise control, 52-7 against Indiana. They started out down 7-0, and then they put up 52 unanswered. Great game. Michigan looks good. As long as we avoid injuries, I think it's going to be a great season. I believe we got Penn State in 2 weeks. So
is it the same week that we have Ohio State?
No way. Is it? The Big Ten wouldn't do that.
The 28th?
Scheduling-wise.
I mean, we're playing night
No,
game.
Michigan's got a bye. Sorry. So it's in 3 weeks, technically. Let's see. You said it's the 28th?
Yeah.
Michigan game's at 7:30, dude. East Lansing's going to burn to the ground. We've got Penn State on the 11th. Yep, because we got a bye. So it's in 2 games after MSU. But now, Wisconsin, we hinted at it earlier. Our 8.5 is in trouble. Tanner Mordecai goes down, probably done for the year. Are they going to use Jalen Allen maybe?
I would hope so. I don't really understand what we did this week against Iowa. Lost 15-6, and we threw the ball 50 times. Only ran it 28 times.
Yep.
And I fully understand. We used Braylon Allen 18 times out of the 28, which is it's okay. But we're not using a complimentary back to him. It's I vouched all year that we needed to use Braylon Allen as the workhorse. But A, I don't think he's fully healthy right now. He looks banged up. B, you need somebody else who can throw off the defense's game a little bit, and we're not doing that, which we kind of had with Mordecai. And now we won't have it because he broke his hand. So we're using Jackson Aker, who I don't know who he is, but he 3 rushes last week. Now we're going to be using Braden Locke as our quarterback. He is a transfer out of Mississippi State. Was brought in by Mike Leach. Supposedly a great pocket passer. Has good accuracy. Doesn't have the arm strength that Mordecai has, which is fine because our wide receivers suck and they cannot get any space whatsoever. So I guess having an accurate quarterback is probably a good thing right now. I'm a little bit worried for an air raid offense that doesn't have a QB that can move around and doesn't have arm strength. So maybe we get one of the backup quarterbacks. I don't know what to think about this team. I'm hoping Braden Locke is good for the rest of the year. And then come next year, we can start Nick Evers, transfer out of Oklahoma, who is apparently a great athlete. Haven't seen anything out of him yet. Yeah, I'm worried. Big time worried for this year. Although I will say, we didn't bring in all these backup quarterbacks for nothing.
Exactly. They got
there's a
transfers.
reason.
Let's go.
So I am worried, but also it's a glass half full type of situation here where, yes, we lost our starter, but we have a lot of options. Just hoping that they live up to the hype. So,
here's a question for you: if Wisconsin wins a bowl game, does that hit the over for wins? Right?
Let me pull up DraftKings because it might be. I don't know if it is only for regular season. Yeah, it's regular season. It's Wisconsin 2023 regular season wins.
Okay, so Illinois, Indiana, Northwestern, Nebraska, Minnesota, because with a backup quarterback, you're not beating Ohio State anymore. So,
I mean, you never know. Maybe Braden Locke is actually better than Mordecai.
Maybe. Hey, maybe. You need 5 wins. You got 6 games left. Not going to lie to you. I'm nervous about it, but, hey, anything can happen. It's college football.
Yep.
Moving on, because I want to get to NFL. Can't skip this one, though. Oregon-Washington, very fun game. I have a super duperty hot take. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
This take is so hot, like if you touched it, your skin would fall off. You'd have first-degree burns. You ready for this? Here we go.
Okay.
Michael Penix. Everybody is meat riding. He's the favorite to win the Heisman. Yep, he's athletic. He's a good quarterback.
Penix or Penix?
Probably Penix.
Did you hear that?
It's definitely Penix.
Did you see that video?
I did not.
On College Game Day, I don't remember who it was, but the guy was like hyping up Washington. He's like, he's gonna bring that big Penix energy, and everyone was like, what? And Pat McAfee was like, I've been pronouncing that wrong the entire time. And they're like, no, don't think you were.
Yeah, so Michael Penix, good quarterback, athletic, plays in the Pac-12 though. So my hot take, if he was in the Big Ten, he would already have 2 losses and nobody would be talking about this guy. Oh, and guess what? He was in the Big Ten. He played at Indiana and he was ass. I'm telling you, if the Pac-12 didn't disintegrate and decide to come to the Big Ten because it's the second best conference in college football, if you took Wisconsin, Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State, even Iowa, I'll put Iowa as a 1B type. But those 4, Wisconsin, Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State, if you put them in the Pac-12, they go undefeated every single year. They win the Pac-12 every single year, make the playoff every single year, and have a shot at a championship. Because the Pac-12 is not a good football conference. Michael Penix is overrated.
I mean, he was not good at Indiana. He
sucked.
1,600 yards once, and that was his highest he threw for at Indiana. He threw for 4,600 last year and 2,300 so far this year. So
he also, that year at Indiana, though, he blew out his knee. So kind of.
No, that was the year he played. That was 2020.
When was that COVID? COVID. Okay.
Yeah. And then 19.
I don't know what it is this year, but I think it's just the way social media is turning with the meat riding. First it was Colorado, then it was Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift. Now it's Connor Bedard with the NHL, and I think I just hate meat riding as a whole. Caleb Williams was kind of getting it for a while. I hated on him.
Pause.
Actually, I didn't really because he was a Heisman winner.
Straight
So you
of you.
can't. But Michael Penix, I think it's part of the meat riding, but it's also like I watched that game and his receivers are just so open because these defenses suck. And I can't wait for them to come to the Big Ten. I don't know if Penix is draft eligible, though. I think he is.
He's in his 6th year, so yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, and he's a lefty, so he's not going to be good in the NFL.
He's got the weirdest throwing motion.
He does. He looks like me when I try to throw left-handed as a right-hander.
It's like he throws his whole shoulders into it, and it's super weird. I noticed it this weekend, and I was like, whoa.
Isn't that exactly what it's like to try to throw left-handed? You got to put your whole body into it.
Yeah, which, I mean, everybody shit on Tua because he was a lefty and didn't think he was going to be a good quarterback, which proven wrong, I would say.
Well, if he can make it a full year this year, I'd say he's back, but he hasn't proven shit. Not until he makes it a full year without a concussion. I'm surprised he hasn't died on the field.
No, he's still a good quarterback regardless.
He's all right. He's got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. You could put Justin Fields in that offense, and they're fucking incredible. If you put Tua,
probably, but still,
if you put Tua in Green Bay's situation, he's ass. Hot take.
Yeah, because we have no fucking O-line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Dolphins have he's in like the perfect situation. He's got Tyreek Hill, best receiver in the league, I'd argue. Jalen Waddle, also a very good receiver. And his running backs are just doing outlandish shit and a good defense. Like, we don't have to get into it. We need to chill. We need to focus.
I was going to say, I don't know why we're arguing about Tua right now.
Because you're a Tua dick rider. Let's be real.
No, I'm not part of Tua Non.
You love that meat. Oh, yeah.
No.
You've got Tua Non in your bio on Twitter.
No, I don't.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, so that's my hot take. I think he's overrated. We'll see. I like he's putting up the stats. He's going to win the Heisman if they win some games. I don't know what they have left. I think they still have. They haven't played USC yet, right?
No, I'm looking right now. They have Arizona State, Stanford, USC, Utah, Oregon State, Washington State. That's a brutal last 4 games to the year.
And it's like these Pac-12 teams, they're all good teams, don't get me wrong. They just don't play defense. And I think going up against a Big Ten team with a defense on a cold day too, like I think USC, Washington, UCLA, they're all going to struggle in the Big Ten. Those cold
you also have to figure like
November games.
USC most likely isn't going to have Caleb Williams.
Right.
So big loss there. UCLA, I think, is overhyped.
They're not even overhyped. They're just decent. Yeah. They're like the Iowa of the Pac-12, I think, except for like they can score, but in terms of mid. Yep. Did you see Iowa's fucking ranked?
Oh my god.
Dumb. Ranked with a backup quarterback. That should automatically make it so you can't be ranked if you got a backup quarterback in there.
They also
and you just beat a team that lost their starting quarterback.
I was gonna say you won because you broke a hand of the starting quarterback.
Yeah. Fuck Iowa. So that's my rant on Penix. That game was so much fun. I love watching Pac-12 games. Don't get me wrong. I'm just sick of the meat riding over there. And you meat rode them too. They're not going to get 2 teams in the college football playoff. I'd be shocked if they get 1. Look, you know what? Going back. Like I said, week 0, they're going to beat up on each other. And look what's happening. They are all beating each other. Oregon, they beat USC. They blew out Colorado. Now they get beat. Washington, I bet USC beats them. I'll take USC money line that game. They'll be underdogs. And they're going to beat them because that's all they do out there. They beat each other up. Also, Washington has Giles Jackson, former Michigan wide receiver. I didn't even know he was still playing, and he is fucking fast. Holy shit. All right, let's fly through these here. Penn State played UMass. That pissed me off. It's week 7. Play a real fucking team. That's bullshit. 63-0. James Franklin, go fuck yourself. I hate you ball-headed fuck. But they do play Ohio State this weekend. I hope they cover. I hope they win. James Franklin, just do it for me. Isn't that ridiculous, though? Week 7, you're a Power 5 school, let alone top 5 in the country, and you're playing UMass? How is that possible?
I mean, it's like when Bama plays Citadel.
Bama's earned that right. Penn State hasn't.
What do you mean?
Bama won however many championships.
That doesn't mean they should be allowed to just
They could schedule
No.
Tennessee International Technological University State week 11, and I wouldn't bat an eye.
No.
Yep.
Dumb.
Nope, they could. I don't give a fuck. Nick Saban, he could take my house if he wanted. I'd say, here's the deed, just pay me what I paid.
Fuck Nick Saban.
I actually really don't like Nick Saban, but all right. What else do I have on here? Michigan MSU this weekend. I mentioned it. A lot of couches going to be burned. I'm afraid this game's going to be close. That's why I didn't take the spread. Close in the sense that Michigan only wins by like 20. It's a rivalry
Michigan
game.
State was somewhat alive this weekend.
Yeah, they actually moved the ball. Caton Hauser didn't look bad.
covered
Joey
against
Hauser, one of my
Rutgers.
favorite Michigan State basketball players of all time. Same last name, so I'm scared of him. I'm just going to be belligerent and just hope Michigan wins. So, Notre Dame USC. Notre Dame dominates, absolutely dominates USC. Caleb Williams couldn't move the ball. Notre Dame defense, like I said, dude, Pac-12 team playing a defense. Look at, they looked like shit.
Dude, and just when they had a chance to, then they blew it. They were, what, they were
They lost
down.
by 28. What do you mean had a chance?
Well, okay, they were, but I'm bringing up the score so I can talk about it right now. Where is it? It's in the... Where is it? Right. Oh, yeah. So they scored a touchdown to make it 31-20. Then they gave up a... Wait, what? This is all fucked up. This is all backwards. I don't know. It was like a 10-point game, and then they gave up the fumble touchdown, and then the floodgates just opened, and then they couldn't hold the ball.
It's not backwards. They had, it was 31-20, and then the kick after that was returned. Then they couldn't hold the
That's
ball.
what it was.
Notre Dame kicked the field goal, and then they had that fumble in the end zone that Notre Dame recovered.
Yeah, but it was like they scored the touchdown to make it 31-20, down 11,
Still tied,
finally
9
fighting,
minutes.
and then next play they give up a kickoff return for a touchdown.
Yep. So I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll allow that. Yeah, Pac-12 overrated. I'll die on this hill. I think I even started it at the beginning of this year. I said, fuck the Pac-12. You were meat riding. I'm over it. Michael Penix, just need him to shit out finally, and then I'll be able to say that I predicted the Pac-12 perfectly.
It's fun.
North Carolina,
whatever.
though. North Carolina, not going to meat ride, but they're a fun team. Drake May's a great quarterback, and they have a shit schedule the rest of the year. They might go undefeated.
I love betting their spread.
They're spread machines because nobody believes in them.
Yeah, they were
think their
minus,
schedule-
3 this weekend against Miami? Hammered
they
it.
won by like 20, didn't they?
Yeah.
Or no, 10. I think they won by 10.
I gave up
won
some
by
points at the end.
Yeah, they Miami scored with like 2 minutes left, down 17. Their hardest games left. Wow, they played Campbell week 9. The fuck? Duke. I guess Duke is tough, but their quarterback's done, so never mind. And then Clemson. I guess Clemson could always be sneaky. If they get past Clemson, then it's NC State. I gotta sneeze. Hang on. NC State, your last game. Then the ACC championship. North Carolina in the playoff would be crazy.
They'd be fun. I think Drake
think they'd
May
be
should
fun.
be potentially the
He
number
should
one
be in the
quarterback
combo.
off the board.
I don't hate that take. Because guess what? Penix, left-handed, never goes well. Caleb Williams, you saw it tonight or on Saturday. Overrated.
Well, he just hasn't played for a loser.
That's
Drake
true.
May's had some adversity.
That's true. And you know what? You're right. You're right, Frankie. Look at you. There you go. There's a good take I can agree with. I think it's the first one of the pod.
Thank you.
Let's go. All right. Shall we do Paige's picks and NFL recap?
How do we want to do it this week?
Same thing. I love that. Speeds it up a little
Okay.
bit.
First off, do you have any overreactions?
I did have one, and I forgot.
I have one.
Let's do our overreactions, but then I do want to talk about the Lions real quick.
Okay, go first.
My overreaction of the week is that the Eagles will miss the playoffs.
Wow. Okay. Yep, that's an overreaction.
Yep.
Um,
the only reason I say that, let me run down this real quick. Their upcoming schedule. Dolphins Sunday night. Commanders, probably a win against the Commanders. Cowboys, Chiefs, Bills, Niners, Cowboys, Seahawks. That is a gauntlet in the middle of the season They are so banged up right now. I think they're a Jalen Hurts injury away from missing the playoffs. So I hope not. I have them winning the division in my division winners parlay, which actually looks like it has a shot. But yeah, that's all I can come up with. What do you got?
All right. I have two. One, no team outside of the Dolphins wins more than 12 games this year.
Wow. I think that's physically impossible.
I mean, if everyone just beats up on everyone. I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but
I don't think there's ever been a year in the history of the NFL there wasn't two 12-game winners. I guess you're saying 13, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead with the other one.
My other one is that this is what I was going to say. Brock Purdy's not a good quarterback if he doesn't have a star around him.
Not an overreaction. That's fucking factual. That is a factual statement. And he tricked all of us.
He is actually very much Mr. Irrelevant.
Yep. By the way, so my division winners parlay, which is the same one you have, except you took the Packers. It's got the Lions, the Chiefs looking great. The Bills looking pretty okay. The Bengals looking pretty good. Jags looking good. They're on a 4-game win streak. The Eagles, which hopefully my overreaction is wrong. And then the Falcons are the only one that looks bad. Got the 49ers in the West. The Falcons, though, are 3-3. They're competing. And the only team they got to beat out is the Buccaneers. So
still a chance.
I got a shot there. All right. Lions quickly. No, you know what? I'll just do the Lions with Paige's picks. Let's just do it all.
Okay.
All right. Jags at the Saints. Are the Saints 1-point favorites in this?
The Saints are 1-point favorites in this. And I
guess it's because of Wilson.
I was going to say,
Lawrence.
Think they're playing on the fact that Trevor Lawrence might not play. That's what I'm thinking here.
Yeah, that's fair. Because in my notes here, I said, how are they underdogs? And I didn't realize that Lawrence got hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably... I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Like, the Saints aren't good. I guess their defense is okay, but that's about it.
Yeah, the Saints last week lost to the Texans, and the Jags, they looked real good against the Colts. So I'm obviously taking the Jags here. What's Paige got?
Give me a sec. I gotta find it. I kept all these in my text today because we were running a little behind. All right. Jags Saints. Paige has the Jags because she hasn't heard a single thing about the Saints all season. I am also on the Jags.
Like I said, I got the Jags as well. I think even with a backup quarterback, they can win this game.
Who is their backup?
Huh?
Who is their backup?
Is it C.J. Beathard?
That's what I was thinking.
Jaguars depth chart. I'll look this up real quick. While I am, though, Raiders, Bears. Justin Fields. Is it Beathard? Man, you got that quick. They don't have a third string, so they have to sign somebody. Bears just lost Justin Fields. Their backup, though, I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He was a stud in Division II football, broke a bunch of records. And he looked good for one drive on Sunday when he came in. The Raiders, looks like this is going to be a backup game. Jimmy G got hurt. Brian Hoyer, the man, the myth, the legend, came in. Ended up winning the game, though. What's Paige got?
Paige says the Raiders Raiders, but I can't say why because Jake will hate on me. Also, did you know that they have real grass that moves outside and then back inside? That's wild. A whole football field.
We did know that.
Well, yeah, but that's what she was saying. She didn't know that. She found out.
No, I know. I'm
from
just informing
TikTok.
her that we do know that because she said, "Did you know?"
Yeah.
Who was the first team to do that? Wasn't it the Cards?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool technology.
And now it's like the Cards, the Cowboys, the Raiders, and I think there's another team that does it, but I don't know.
Probably would be the Falcons. I feel like maybe the Saints.
They might. I'm going to be on the Raiders. Like we said, backup quarterback game. Gross. I trust Brian Hoyer, who's been on 7 different teams, more than I trust a Division II quarterback. So,
yeah, this game is fucking disgusting. It will not be gracing my TV at all, except for maybe on Red Zone for the 1 touchdown in this game. But I'm mad at the Raiders because they don't use Devontae, and it's killing my fantasy team. And the backup quarterback for the Bears was awesome in college, and I don't even remember how Brian Hoyer was in college because I probably wasn't born yet. So give me the Bears. Fuck it. All right,
fair.
Browns at Colts. Browns obviously had the huge win over the Niners, kind of a comeback win, and nice missed field goal from my boy Jake Moody. It's okay. You'll come back from this. It's no big deal. It happens all the time. And the Colts just lost Richardson for the year.
Yeah, potentially another backup quarterback game. PJ Walker, though, is awesome.
Okay.
I forgot how much I missed this guy. When I did watch the XFL in their first year, PJ Walker was my quarterback. Yeah, it was no, after COVID. Before COVID. Jeez, that was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, PJ Walker's a dude. Wish you'd throw to Amari Cooper a couple more times instead of just the big plays, just for my fantasy league. Gardner Minshew. I heard this talked about on Pardon My Take. Maybe the Colts should just start a different quarterback for like one drive, let him go 3 and out, and then bring in Minshew because he might just be a better relief quarterback than he is a starting quarterback. It's kind of like having an opener in baseball, you know?
Yeah.
Just a thought.
He's undefeated in games that he relieved Richardson this year.
Exactly. Not good in games that he started, though.
Exactly. Defeated in those games, actually.
Yes. So Paige has, for this game, the Lightning Bolt Colts. I'm on the Browns. I just don't see... Yeah, the Browns defense is too good.
Browns defense is incredible, and it's looking like Watson might play even if he doesn't. PJ Walker was good, and like we just said, Minshew can't win when he starts. He's starting on Sunday. Give me the Browns.
Fun fact about the Browns defense. Do you know how many total yards they have allowed this year?
It is... I was just listening to it. It's like what are we in, week 6? But they've only played 5 games, right? No, they played 6. Have they played 5? They had a bye?
They did have a bye, yes.
Yep, it's like 1,000 yards total.
Yeah, it's 1,002 yards total. It's like the lowest mark
Ridiculous.
the lowest mark since like the 30s or something. It was like really, really long time ago.
Back when they didn't know they could throw the football.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's ridiculous. And they played some good teams. Niners, Ravens, the Steelers. Steelers aren't a good team, but they can move the ball. Who's the other team
Titans,
they
Derrick
played?
Henry, Bengals.
Derrick Henry. Bengals, yeah. That's
Yeah.
crazy. And you know what's even shittier is that I dropped the Browns defense after the Ravens game. They got, because it was 28-3, and they had the bye week, and I was like, I'm moving on, and now I'm regretting it. All right,
Ouch.
Bills at the Pats. We already talked about the Pats. They lost to the Raiders. Mac Jones still ass. The Bills, though, had to fight for their life against the Giants at home. What the fuck?
I'm taking that game with a grain of salt. You have to figure the Bills played in London last week, traveled back, probably didn't practice for the first time until Wednesday or Thursday.
Dable revenge game.
Yeah, Dable revenge game. It's cold. Tyrod Taylor revenge game. I don't know. The offense didn't look great. Giants defense definitely isn't good. No Dalton Kincaid, which isn't a huge thing, but it's another option out there. I don't know. It was a gross game. The Bills should not have won that game, I will say.
Yeah.
100% missed call on the last play. They called the first one, and I guess smart on the Bills defense because they weren't going to make that call twice in a row.
Right.
Yeah, the Bills should not have won that game. Do you have anything else to add?
Nope. What's Paige got?
Paige says, I think they're both good, right? Bills, Patriots? I don't know. Pick whatever one you guys don't pick. And I said, you can't do that. And then I said, do you want to know the truth about the Patriots? And she said, what? And I said, they're one of the worst teams in the league. She said, oh, just kidding. Give me the Bills.
Yeah.
I'm on the Bills, too.
Me too. The Patriots are awful. Mac Jones will not be in the NFL after this year. Just another white Bama quarterback to disappear, just like A.J. McCarron.
This might be a huge bounce-back game for the Bills.
It very well could be.
Blowout.
Yep. Patriots defense is banged up, too. I mean, take all of the Bills' props.
Yeah.
This one's interesting. Commanders, Giants. So we just talked about the Giants. Who did the Commanders play? They beat the Falcons. Yep, beat the Falcons. I didn't see a lick of that game, so I'm going to let you carry the recap if you have anything.
Sam Howell looked really good. Desmond Ridder also put up a ton of yards again. I think second straight game where he threw for 300 plus, which is kind of impressive for Desmond Ridder. But not a lot to talk about. Neither of these teams are great. I don't think either of these teams will make a playoff push. Well, I take that back. The Falcons are going to make a playoff push just for their shitty division. Commanders, I don't think they'll make a push, but they could depending on what they do at the deadline. So we'll see. Paige says, dumb game, Commanders, I guess. And I have to agree, dumb game, but I'm going to take the Giants.
Dumb game. Give me the Commanders just because I flipped the coin. I literally flipped the coin.
I'm only taking the Giants because I think Saquon looked really good in his first week back. They're using Waller more, and Wan'Dale Robinson is pretty fucking good if they can throw it to him.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
This could be a dumb over.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know, though. The Commanders' defense is actually kind of good, though.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
They get burned on the deep ball every fucking time.
Sorry, I should have refreshed that statement. The Commanders' rush defense is good. I was thinking Barkley's going to get shut down.
That's fine.
But I guess if Tyrod Taylor can burn them, though, with Wan'Dale and Waller.
Danny Dimes might play this week.
That's surprising.
Potentially.
Did you see in the... What game was that? Shit. Was that in the Chargers game last night where the dude got lit up and was hobbling? What game was that in?
Dude got lit up.
Yeah, it was a wide receiver, and he got truck sticked, and he, got up, and he was, hitting the nay-nay.
I did not see that. I don't know what game that was.
It wasn't in the Lions game. Was it the Seahawks
I'll tell you, it wasn't the Bills game.
No. Wasn't the... moving on. Doesn't matter. All right. Falcons at the Bucks this week. We just talked about the Falcons. This is where I'm going to get my Lions rant in. The Bucks defense, first of all, is good. Props to them. They have a good defense. But the Lions, man, they are just making me one of the most happy human beings on the earth. Jared Goff looked great. Jameson Williams scored a touchdown after a big drop. I was ready to cut him after the drop, and I think it was one play or two later, and boom, deep ball, 50-yard touchdown.
It was two
Lions
plays
fans,
because they had the drop by Jameson, and then they had the drop by Laporta, and then they went deep ball.
Yep. Lions fans absolutely took over the Bucs stadium. It was insane to see. I'm curious to see this week against the Ravens if we're just now one of those teams that travels really well, or if it was because all the Michigan Snowbirds were already down in Tampa. We will see.
I think it's the Snowbirds.
I think it was the Snowbirds too, because the Lambeau one was the other takeover I saw. That's just because it was a Packers game. It's close. We hate the Packers. So because the Chiefs game, there wasn't anything like that. So I think it might have just been the Snowbirds being down there, but they were still loud, man. They were loud. I think the Bucs are a low key good team. Baker just needs to not suck. They could have had easily that Mike Evans throw should have been a touchdown that we picked. Got tipped at the line, but it should have been a 90-yard touchdown to Mike Evans. And then Yeah, there was just a lot of open receivers that Baker missed that he could have hit. So that was a little
I just
frightening
want to
with how
say
open
fuck
receivers
Mike
were.
Evans.
Yep, Mike Evans.
I needed
Cost you a
50
fantasy
yards
win.
this week. Finished at 49, and he dropped a bunch. So
Yep.
Not
Baker
good.
also, you would have hit on their first play from scrimmage. It was like a 90-yard fucking.
oh yeah, the
been
92-yard one that was tipped.
Yeah, it would have been
Yep.
an easy touchdown.
Yep.
All right, Paige's pick for this game.
Falcons Bucks. Paige says dumb part 2. I don't care. Give me the Falcons. I disagree. I don't think this game will be that dumb. I'm gonna take the Bucks.
I am taking the Falcons strictly because I know I just glazed the Bucks a little bit, but I am taking the Falcons strictly because I need them to start winning for my division winners parlay. So hopefully this is a step in the right direction. And we didn't mention the stats yet. We will at the end, but you're way up on me, so I got to do something different than agree with you every week. So next one more thing about the Lions I forgot to mention. The glazing is starting to freak me out a little bit. I'm obviously not going to hate my own team. I know I have, like we said earlier, I hate teams that get glazed. But I just don't like that people are so confident in them because it just seems like a good spot to let us down. So I want that to stop.
So
Ravens played
last
over-
week,
go ahead.
after I brought up the Lions being America's team, now you don't want them to be America's team.
I think I said that last week too. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I think you might have.
I don't like that. I want to stay under the radar and just be like, wow, the Lions are pretty good. Good for them. I don't want this fucking, the Lions are the second best team in the NFC or the third best team in the NFC. Like, leave us alone. And I don't want to see this shit about Jared Goff is the most bet MVP favorite or MVP bet over the weekend, blah, blah, blah. No, fucking don't show me that shit, man. Let me fly under the radar. We're banged up, too, and we're winning somehow. But
It's
got
not
a
going
good
to
test
happen.
this weekend. Good
Doesn't
test this
work
weekend
like
against the
that.
Ravens. Ravens in London. They looked real good in the first half, and then the Titans kind of woke up a little bit, but they still pulled out the dub.
Yeah, didn't watch a lick of that game.
I actually did.
Was it decent to watch?
No, not really, and I was kind of in and out of it because I didn't get home till 2 a.m. from our flight, so I woke up to put it on, and then I kind of dozed off, woke up, dozed up, woke up. So what's Paige got?
Paige says, LMAO, the Lions are going ham this year. Lions. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Give me the Ravens.
When will you learn, man? When will you learn? The Lions are officially a good team, and this line is going to get to Lions +1 by kickoff, which I hate. But I'm sorry. I'm wasting time here. I'm obviously taking the Lions. On to the next one. Steelers, Rams. Steelers were on a bye, and the Rams dominated the Cardinals. First half didn't look too good. Then second half, they were like, wait a second. We can just run the ball down their throats, and we have Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. Let's just win this game, and they ran away with it. So, Paige.
Interested to see what the Rams do this week because they are going to be out both running backs. And,
They're going to be so pass-heavy.
man, I bet they really wish they had a guy like Cam Akers on their team right now.
Yeah. Bet you they do.
Damn. Paige says Rammer. I am also on the Rams.
Steelers.
I can't believe you're doing it.
Steelers. You always take the Steelers as a road dog coming out of the bye week. Not afraid of them being a little slow. Like you said, the Rams have no run game. Steelers defense is good. Give me the Steelers as a road dog, man. All day.
I kind of forget that the Steelers are 3-2.
They're 3-2, and their only wins are on the road, I think.
They're 1-1 on the road.
Oh, well, close enough. All right, Cardinals, Seahawks. We just talked about the Cardinals. They got rolled. Seahawks. Who did the Seahawks even play? Why can't I think of it? Who did this? They played the Bengals. They lost to the Bengals. It was a close game, though. Close game.
Should have been
Didn't
a
watch
way
lick of that
better
though.
game.
Didn't watch a lick of it.
I did. Kenneth Walker was good. Outside of that, nobody else was good. The Bengals started out amazing the first half, and then were not good in the second half. I specifically know that for fantasy purposes. Jackson Smith and Jigba's kind of getting some work with the Seahawks, and I'm a little interested to see where that goes.
They need to let Lockett go and fucking heat up in Jigba. Even though Lockett's
I agree.
still good, though. That's the problem.
Yeah,
heard
but
they
you
drafted
could get
Jigba for the future because Lockett's probably done in a year or two. But you could
So-
probably still get something for him.
I was gonna say trade Lockett, go get like a O lineman or something because that seems to always be their weakness. Or some picks using Jigba.
Yeah.
Anyways, Paige says realistically, a Seahawk could eat a Cardinal, but in this instance, I hope the Cardinals eat the Seahawks. So she's on the Cardinals. I am on the Seahawks.
That's an interesting way to look at it, and I think to test that theory, I'm going to look at every game and say what mascot would eat the other one, and I'm going to take that spread. I'm not going to bet it, but I'm going to see how it does. I'll let you know next week. All right, okay. I got the Seahawks. Packers-Broncos. Packers were on a bye. They actually lost on the bye week. It's insane that they could do that. I heard Jordan Love had 2 picks. And
that's crazy. We won the bye week because we signed another running back, James Robinson.
Did they really? I missed that.
Yeah, we signed him today.
Nice. Broncos lost to the Chiefs. It was a lot closer than I think people thought it would be, but it was just another primetime gross what the fuck is happening. The only good primetime games this year have been the Lions games. That's crazy.
Yeah, I will say the bad news about us signing James Robinson means that Aaron Jones might not be recovering as quickly as we thought. So
I was just about to trade for him in one of our leagues. What do you suggest?
See, I also thought about doing the same thing, so I would suggest don't do it.
Okay. Which league were you thinking about trading for him for? And if you pick what number I'm holding up, 1 through 5, I will not pursue.
I actually don't know what league I was thinking about doing it in. Maybe both.
Okay. Well, pick what number I have up 1 through 5, and I will not pursue.
2.
It's 5. Okay.
Damn it.
Gonna have to, I'm probably not going to pursue because the one that I'm in, or the one that I'm doing it, he wants way too fucking much. It's ridiculous. So, anyways, go ahead. Packers-Broncos. What does Paige got?
So, Paige says, dude, Packers been garbage. But I guess I'll support the boyfriend. Go Packers. Yeah, I'm on the Packers too. And I hate you.
Give me the Denver fucking Broncos, because this is the game that buries you. This is the game that fully does it, where you are going to give up. You're going to mark your division winners as an L, and it's move on. Broncos.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, what did Paige say for her Lions pick? I don't know. I was replying to a text and might have missed it. What did she say?
She just said the Lions are going ham this year. Lions.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, back to the Packers-Broncos.
So you know how I hate Joe Barry, our defensive coordinator, right?
Correct.
So there was his press conference this week. They asked him what happened that Preston Smith was lining up against Devontae Adams on that play. And do you want to know what his fucking response was?
I really do, because you sound like you're going to get amped up.
He said, yeah, with the way our personnel was out there, that's pretty much just one of those downs that Preston just has to survive through. That was on me.
Ridiculous.
Are you fucking kidding me?
At least he said that was on me.
He just, our O-line, our fucking D lineman has to just survive a down against Devontae Adams. That should never fucking happen.
No. You in the NFL, you do not need to survive a down. That's something you have to do in high school football, not the fucking NFL.
Fire this dude's ass right now.
All right.
Anyways, next game.
Chargers, Chiefs. We just said Chiefs. They beat the Broncos as expected. Probably should have put up more points. That's all right. They won. And the Chargers. Did we talk about that one yet?
No, Monday night.
Monday night, Chargers. Another gross game, just disappointing primetime game. They had a chance at it. Cowboys won. I don't have much else to say.
Hey, Chargers, use your first-round draft pick, wide receiver. That's all I got.
But, dude, they didn't really need to. Palmer and fucking Allen went off.
Yeah, maybe if you spread the ball around more, you can get more done.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe you would have won the game.
Literally. I don't know. That game pissed me off. Paige says Chief Keef.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm going to take the Chiefs.
Chief Keef is in LA a lot. Does that mean she wants the Chargers, though?
No,
I'm just
she would
kidding.
not have known that.
I've got the Chiefs. Obviously, they're my lock this week. They're spread. Dolphins-Eagles, Sunday night. We haven't talked about the Eagles yet. They lost to the Jets. The Jets.
Yeah.
Hurts
Embarrassing.
looked
Defense
awful.
looked bad. Yep.
Defense looked bad. Hurts had 3 picks. Only 2 were his fault. But just a bad performance. Eagles are banged up, too.
Mm-hmm.
But
Did we
we didn't talk about the Dolphins either. They absolutely rolled the Panthers.
Yeah. They were
Gave
down
up a-
14-0.
They were down 14-0, and then they said, hold on a second. How about we score? And then Mike White, the fucking legend, comes in. 1 pass attempt, pick 6.
1 for 1 with a pick 6. Quarterback, perfect game.
0 for 1 with a pick 6, actually.
Or, sorry, yes.
Yeah,
Paige.
Perfect game.
Yes, Paige has about 12 Dolphin emojis and then just says Super Bowl winners. So she's on the Dolphins. I am also on the Dolphins.
Right here, it's home. It's a primetime game. They're banged up, but Hurts is going to have a bounce-back game. And the Eagles, they got to win a couple of these gauntlet games. And I'm strictly doing this to be different from you and hopefully get one here.
I knew you were.
That game, I feel it could be a toss-up. I wanted to take the Dolphins, but I was like, just agreeing with you is going to do nothing good for me. I'm down 6 games. I got to do something. So
yeah,
that's the same thing with my fucking Monday night game. 49ers, Vikings. Vikings last week. We didn't talk about them yet, did we? Who'd they play?
Bears.
Bears
No.
Bears
Yeah, they beat the Bears.
Oh, no. We did talk about the Bears. Yeah. Vikings won.
Yeah.
They don't look good. Jefferson's hurt. However, sorry, go ahead with Paige's pick.
Paige says, I don't give a fuck. Niners.
She got to the bottom of that list and was like, I'm done.
Yep, I'm taking the Niners as well.
Vikings, just to be different, I don't give a fuck. Brock Purdy is mid as fuck, and they are, like, literally, Debo got hurt, and it was like, what do I do now, coach? And then McCaffrey went down, and I think I saw him crying on the field. So
it was
all we
the
need is
drive. I don't fucking know how.
yeah.
I'm fucking scared.
Standings update. You went 12-3 last week. Hell of a week. 60-33 on the season. I think that is way better than anyone was through 6 weeks last year, so shout out to you. Paige, I take it back. All the shit talk I gave you with a dog can pick, blah, blah, blah. 11-4, impressive, 55-39. If you didn't take the Cardinals every week and the Panthers, you'd probably be looking pretty fucking good. But you still choose to take the Cardinals and the Panthers. 9-6 for me last week. Pretty good week, but it doesn't matter when you two just fucking go crazy. So 54-39 on the year. Third place.
I'm trying to find Paige's picks from last year. Oh, here we go. What week?
We just it would have been week.
Should I look
7
at
for the
7?
standings. Yeah,
Okay. So week 7. Oh,
we didn't write it on.
there's no standings on there.
What about week 8? I think we put it on the actual document.
Yeah, we would have.
That sucks. All right, whatever. Do you have anything for the do not bet list?
Yes,
I do not.
actually, I do.
Actually, I do too. You go ahead first, though.
You do?
I have one. Should I do mine first?
No, I'll go with mine.
Okay. Go ahead.
First off, Colorado, everything except for overs. We didn't even talk about that game. Colorado blew a 29-0 lead to Stanford.
Yeah, I forgot because I was in South Carolina for that one.
Yep, I had Colorado in a parlay at minus 450. Blew a 29-0 lead. Lost to Stanford, 1-5 team. Also, New Jersey Devils. Hockey just started, and the Devils are already on my shit list. I just needed them to win against the Coyotes, who are buns, and they lost in a shootout. And then University of Memphis football, home team here. They're not good. I bet on their spread. They couldn't cover. I'm done with them.
All right. Well, it's your week of roulette. Are you changing any numbers or no?
Ooh, no, we'll ride with it. We're already going long. I don't want to take any more time.
Yeah, we went hella long, but I guess that's just it with football season, man.
Yep.
All right. There's a spin happening. 10 just hit before this spin. So if this hits one of ours, I don't think we can hop on the train. That'd be 2 in a row.
While
34,
we wait.
We're hopping on. Choo-choo!
Okay.
Here we go.
While you do this, pick plus or minus.
Plus.
Oh, yikes. Not a fan of that.
Hang on.
Well, I was going to take Liberty minus 15.5 tonight.
Liberty's been burning you, I thought.
No, they made up for it last week.
All right. Here's our spin. If we don't hit the spin, we're even for the podcast. That's 2 weeks in a row of losing after that awesome back-to-back-to-back-to-back week. I really got to piss. We went way too long. All right, here we go. Lightning numbers. 4, 17, and 22 at 100x. Come on, 22. We haven't hit a lightning number in so long.
I forgot we
And
have
it won't
22.
be here. 27.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's a gross number. Right in between 24 and 32 on the board.
Gross.
All right. Anything else?
Nope. Follow our Twitter. I'm on the day 14, I think. 50 days of
14
football.
52 or something?
50.
50. All right.
I know what we're doing. Liberty, Middle Tennessee over 56.5 tonight. Lock it in.
There you go. Lock it up. But nobody's going to hear this. I don't know why.
No, I know.
Well, keep an eye on it. All right. I'm going to piss myself. So have a great weekend. Let's hit some tanks, door some tutties. See you next week. Go Blue!
Peace.